President have any reaction to the announcement of the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta that AIDS is now an epidemic, over 600 cases? And over a third of them have died. It's known as gay plague. No, it is. I mean, it's a pretty serious thing that 1 in every 3 people that get this have died, and I wonder if the President is aware of it.
I don't have it. Are you? Do you?
You don't have it. Well, I'm relieved to hear that, Larry.
Do you?
I'm delighted. No,
You
I don't.
didn't answer my question.
Well, I just wondered,
how do you know?
does the President, in other words, the White House looks on this as a great joke.
No, I don't know anything about it, Lester.
Does the President, does anybody in the White House know about this epidemic, Larry?
I don't think so. I don't think there's been
Nobody
any.
knows.
There's been no personal experience here, Lester.
No, I mean, I thought you were keeping...
I checked thoroughly with Dr. Ruge this morning, and he's had no no patients suffered from AIDS or whatever it is.
The President doesn't have gay plague. Is that what you're saying, or what?
No, didn't say that.
Didn't say that.
I thought I heard you on the State Department over there. Why don't you stay over there?
Because I love you, Larry.
Oh, I see. Well, let's don't put it in those terms, Lester.
Oh, I retract that.
I hope so.
Leading environmentalists described the President's speech on Saturday as a fairy tale. Is there any reaction to that?
Not true. Fairy tales are not true, and this one's true. Lester's ears perked up when you said fairies. He has an abiding interest in that.
There seems to be a movement in Denver at the Conference of Mayors Convention, request for federal assistance in getting at the AIDS problem. Is there any, the White House...
The President has been involved in briefed on the AIDS situation a number of months ago in a cabinet meeting, and ordered that high priority be given to research matters on it. The Center for Disease Control has been involved for some time. The President will continue to be updated. We have recently asked that $12 million be reprogrammed for research on AIDS. That's the extent of the President's involvement, which has been...
Larry, does the President think that it might help if he suggested that the gays cut down on their cruising?
Told you, didn't I? Told you.
I didn't hear your answer, Larry.
I just was acknowledging your interest in this subject.
You don't think that it would help if the gays cut down on their cruising? It would help
we're researching it. If we come up with any research that sheds some light on whether gays should cruise or not cruise, we'll make it available to you. Lester's beginning to circle now. He's moving in front. Go ahead.
It's the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta.
Reports
that an estimated...
You were
look,
close.
Did I ask the question, Marty?
You were close.
An estimated 300,000 people have been exposed to AIDS, which can be transmitted through saliva. Will the President, as Commander-in-Chief, take steps to protect armed forces, food, and medical services from AIDS patients or those who run the risk of spreading AIDS, in the same manner that they forbid typhoid fever people from being involved in the health or food services?
I don't know.
Well, could you... is the President concerned about this subject, Larry? That
I haven't heard
seems
him
to have
express
evoked so much
concern.
jocular reaction here. I
haven't heard
It isn't
him
only the
express.
jocks, Lester.
Has he sworn off water faucets?
No, but I mean, is he going to do anything, Larry?
Lester, I have not heard him express anything.
You
I'm
mean
sorry.
he has expressed no opinion about this epidemic?
No, but I must confess I haven't asked him about it.
Would you ask him, Larry?
Go back into this problem.
Have you been checked?
President going to
What? I
ban
beg pardon?
mouth-to-mouth
I didn't hear
kissing?
the answer. Larry.
It's hard work. I don't get paid enough. Is there anything else we need to do here?
people that get this have died, and I wonder if the president's aware of it.
I don't have it. Do you?
You don't have it. Well, I'm relieved to hear that.
Do you? You didn't answer my question. How do you know?
The president, in other words, the White House looks on this as a great joke.
No, I don't know anything about it, Master. What
Does the
were we-
president and anyone in the White House know about this epidemic?
National Security Council is meeting at 2 o'clock with the President. 3:30, the Florida Republican Party is bringing in a group for the State Dining Room. And about 4, the President will go to Camp David, departing from the South Grounds by helicopter with open press coverage. A White House photo from today's President's presidential radio address is available mid-afternoon to all those on the distribution list. There will also be a White House photo release tomorrow of the President's radio address from Camp David. It'll be available in room 45, Old EOB, late afternoon, not at Thurmont, as sometimes has been customary. That pretty well takes care of the announcements. Does anyone have a question?